Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the Hit and Run Candlesticks Trading Room. Today's date is March 3rd, 2022. Hope everyone had a good evening. Hope everybody's ready for another challenging day here in the market. And even before we get started, I just want to shout out there that there are times where cash is the best position. And this just might be one, just letting you know. You don't have to trade. I'm giving you an easy out right now. You could just wait till the market straightens up a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit better, Dan. Thank you. Thank you. PM is a private message, Dave. Private message. All right, so as I look at the SPY here, I can clearly see that we're still in a downtrend. Nothing has changed there. The Tredicator may turn green today. That's what I'm kind of looking at. I have this line right here. I wrote yesterday we should see a run till about 445, 40. That's by the end of the week. I should have wrote that, I guess, by the end of the week. We'll see what happens there because there lies quite a bit of resistance. So we'll take one little move at a time. Nancy says that she's been mostly in cash lately. Market is crazy. Yeah. Good morning, Julie. How are you? How's everything in your little world? Oh, good. So over the past couple weeks, I got to tell you, I've run into an awful lot of people that are struggling with trading. And the biggest struggle is they don't know to stop trading. They're bound and determined to trade. Look, this is a rough market right now. Don't let anybody tell you any different. It's a very rough market. So you can make money in it, but you've got to have all your ducks in a row. So I'm just giving you an offer of cash is a position. It's okay until things settle down. Well, in the meantime, let's take a look at some charts. I have quite a lot of them here, and there's no way I'm going to get through them all right here. So I should have been prepared for this. Sorry, was not. I'm getting it up right now. There we go. If you go to, probably should have done it this way. If you come over here to this left side over here, you've got the Hit and Run Candlestick Trading blog. You've got the Right Way Options Trading blog over here as well. But over here is the Hit and Run Candlestick blog. And if you click on that, it'll bring up a nice blog here. I got to tell you, Ed does a great job of writing the blog, news going on and whatnot. Does a fantastic job. If you scroll down, a couple of videos, but also you'll get to the trade ideas down here, all of them, in case we don't get through them all today. And I guarantee you I won't get through them all today. There's too many there. So remember, you can do that for both Right Way and Hit and Run Candlesticks. There's a blog there. Okay, let's kick this off. See what we got. I'm going to start with ITUB. So ITUB has had a pretty good move here from the bottom up to the 200 period moving average, as well as the 500 period moving average. The 500 period moving average is this one, this dark one right here. I apologize for my voice. It's kind of hard to get things out. Fighting a cold for those that don't know. So anyway, we broke out here and then popped back down to the downside. It looks like we're getting a little bullish here. Nice. That wasn't like that when I first looked at the stock this morning. So here we're moving up. First thing I want to do is, do we have a chart pattern that makes sense? I think we do. And do I see targets that make sense? So what I'm going to do is come over here, put a couple targets like that. And then now what I'm going to do is look at this chart, and I'm going to go from about right here up to that top target. And that's about a 19.8% possible trade or trades, multiple trades in there. Now I would call that a good setup. I would call that a good plan. It makes sense. So this is something I'll be looking at. Remember to put your stops accordingly. Remember to take profits accordingly. If you're here in the hit run candlesticks trading room, that's what we talk about a lot during the day. So never be afraid to ask about that. FFIV coming off the bottom. It looks like we bottomed out on the 500 dotted. 500 dotted. Now this is not the 500 period moving average. This is the 500 period moving average. So this is something different, but close. You can see how we're bottoming out here. And then we've got this big bullish engulf that had follow through, a pullback to a higher low, another, yeah, that's an engulfing candle. And we're just setting up right here. Let's smooth that out a little bit. So what we've got is up, nice little scoop to the downside, now coming up here. Oh, excuse me, I feel like I got to sneeze. So where's my little tool? Over here. So what I'm going to do is come up here to the 50 period moving average, because I think that might be a good place to go. There's nothing wrong with using, and I use both. I use moving averages and I use price action as well. So that kind of makes sense right there to me. Price action, 50 period moving average. And that's a little over 7.5 inch, 7.5% trade on that. TDOC, maybe a drink of water will help. Here we go. TDOC had a nice reversal bullish engulf here. Now it is, you can see the follow through right up to the 50. Here we've pulled back to the T-line and to the Trendicator, and it looks like we're putting a bullish inside day to day. To me, this looks like a nice buy area right here with a target up toward the 50 period moving average. If this does break out and hold above the 50 period moving average, it will be what we call a rounded bottom breakout. And that becomes the new trade area right through there. Actually up a little higher. Pins, P-I-N-S, is one coming off the bottom. Pins is, let me make sure. It's not quite a pinball setup. But this is very similar to the chart pattern that I started to make money on. The first chart pattern ever, or first strategy, first system, if you want to call it that I ever started to make money on a consistent basis. This is where the T-line was developed, and it was on this chart pattern. We call it the pinball setup. Now, while this is not exactly a pinball setup, the same idea is there. We've got a bullish candle here that suggests reversal. Price has moved over the T-line, and now we're setting up to pop higher right in here. I'm going to get rid of this so it's not confusing. First target, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be in that 50 period moving average neighborhood, and that's about a 14.77% trade. Once we close over that 50 period moving average and hold, then that becomes a rounded bottom breakout up here to about $20.50. And that makes the trade plan or the strategy about a 63% trade. CHGG is setting up. I almost bought this one last night, but I felt I had too many positions. I better hold on. Setting up nice. Looks like it's actually going to give a better buy this morning. So CHG is setting up here, coming off that 50 period moving average. This is currently a rounded bottom breakout. The full extension of the rounded bottom breakout is about 94%. That's pretty stiff. I'm not thinking at all that I'm going to get that. All I need to get is chunks of that as the chart pops to the upside. One more, and then we're going to call it a day here. And if you want to go see the rest of these, you can go to the website and take a look at them. For what it's worth, and we've done a lot of talking about watch lists lately. I've helped a few people put a watch list together, and their trading has improved. Certainly their attitude has improved with trading, because it's easier to manage and you're not all over the place. So having a watch list is one of the best things you can do. I'd be glad to help anybody that needs some help here today. Car. So here's car setting up. Here we're bouncing off the 200 period moving average. Big bullish engulf. Here we kind of pop up a little bit. We're above that 50 period moving average. This thing starts to move up past 200 here. I see no reason why we can't come back up and challenge up here 255. That's a nice little pretty penny on that one. And that's the trade ideas today. Again, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you being here. We'll see you here in a little bit and get this market kicked off. Thanks, everyone. Take care.